So hi guys, in this video we are going to talk about what is throughput. Okay, what is throughput? Throughput. Fine. So if I define in a layman terms, generally it means rate of doing things. Okay, rate of doing thing, or I can tell efficiency. Fine. Let's try to understand this with an example. Okay, suppose we are running one e-commerce website. Okay, and I have one server, application server, which can able to handle 1k requests per second. Okay, now you have decided to put weekend sale. Okay, so on that day you were able to receive 2k to 3k requests per second. Fine. So in this case, two things can happen. One, your server get crash. Another thing can happen, that is the website will become slow. Okay, fine. So from here I can define that this was my capacity, right? This was 1k was my capacity. Okay, so I can say that amount of request my server can handle called as throughput. Fine. Okay, let's try to understand another thing, that is scaling type. Okay, oh fine. So we have two type of scaling. First one is vertical scaling, second one is horizontal. Fine. What do we mean by horizontal scaling? Okay, we have one server, right, that was able to handle 1k request per second, and this server has a configuration like it has 8 GB RAM and um, let's suppose 256 GB of hard disk storage. Okay, now you upgraded your server to 16 GB RAM and 1 TB of storage. Fine. Now at some point of time, this threshold or this capacity will also break as your business will grow at some point of time. Fine. So we'll increase to 32 GB RAM and 2 TB of storage. Fine. At certain point of time, you cannot upgrade your server configuration, or I can say hardware, your server hardware configuration. Fine. So increasing a server configuration or hardware configuration in your server called as vertical scaling. Okay, increasing your hardware configuration like RAM, storage in your system, or you can say in your machine, called as vertical scaling. Okay, now let's move to the another part, that is horizontal scaling. Okay, so at one point of time you cannot increase, you cannot upgrade your server. Okay, you cannot increase your capacity. Then what you decided is let's add another server. Okay, let's add another machine in my system. Okay, previously you had one server of 32 GB RAM and 2 TB of storage. You added one more in your system. You added one more in your system with 32 GB and 2 GB of storage. Okay, at one point of time this will also, this this capacity will also get break and you will add one more server. Okay, so to adding your adding machine into your system called as horizontal scaling. Okay, adding machine, or I can say node, into your system called as horizontal scaling. Fine. Okay, that's it for today.